Welcome back, guys. Today we're talking about St. Louis. And trust me, this one gave us a lot to discuss. Let's jump straight into it. This is screen-decoded Q2U, one sequence from HBO Max's DTF St. Louis, will persuade you to watch the show, even though it is unquestionably one of the most strange on streaming right now. The three main characters, Clark, Forrest, Smernitch, and Floyd Smernitch, are portrayed by Jason Bateman, Linda Cardellini, and David Harbour, respectively, making the DTF St. Louis cast, to put it mildly, star-studded. It should come as no surprise that DTF St. Louis is a comedy with a cast like this, even though it's also a murder mystery that starts with the death of one of these individuals in the first episode. The search for the murderer and the truth that follows is particularly difficult since Floyd, Carol, and Clark all turn out to be utterly bizarre individuals with seemingly shifting motivations. DTF St. Louis has succeeded by fusing humor and a murder mystery with its own distinct flavor of oddities that make it not only unlike anything else on TV right now, but also a show that viewers absolutely shouldn't miss, even though it isn't reinventing the wheel. The strangest murder mystery you'll ever see is DTF St. Louis. Comedy scares and murder mysteries have existed for a long time, but DTF St. Louis isn't quite that. The murder itself is not humorous, and there is often a really serious tone to the ongoing police inquiry, especially when it comes to the investigators. The characters' confusion is what really makes the show humorous. For instance, Floyd signs at concerts as an ASL interpreter. Floyd has taken the initiative to make his signing more engaging for concertgoers by attending hip-hop training, so that he may include his own dancing steps into his sign language, even though nothing about that professional path is exceptional. He has, however, made a decision to sign up for dance lessons that are often attended by young children, primarily young ladies. If David Harbour's serious approach to learning hip-hop in a classroom full of kids wasn't strange enough, Jason Bateman's character, Clark, watching from the sidelines, was. In the meantime, Carol, Floyd's wife, frequently dons a Purina vest. Yes, like the pet food, or an umpire uniform, which is absurdly big even for an umpire uniform. Because they're having an affair behind Floyd's back, Carol and Clark also engage in a lot of their own shenanigans. This includes, among other things, the couple acting out a fantasy in which Clark is a robot, and in order to sell the experience, he really places himself inside a box filled with packing peanuts. Even though it's challenging to adequately communicate the mood that all of these components produce on the show, one particular sequence does so quite effectively. DTF, the concert scene in St. Louis, perfectly captures its atmosphere. As previously indicated, Floyd, played by David Harbour, has carved out a profession for himself by fusing hip-hop dancing with ASL interpretation to sign in novel and intriguing ways. Sadly, Floyd is by no means a character who exudes coolness. In fact, he appears very uncomfortable throughout these scenes, but that isn't how the event at one specific concert unfolds. Instead, in the midst of their affair, Carol and Clark go to one of Floyd's performances together. Despite the fact that they are secretly holding hands, Carol is genuinely admiring Floyd, while he breaks it down with the same level of sincere determination that he uses in his dance classes with kids. So yeah, guys, that was my full take on St. Louis. This one definitely gave us something to talk about, and I'd love to know your own thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.